Hello and welcome to SpotLight.
It's the podcast that lifts the curtain on life at Wolverhampton Grand Theatre. I'm Scott.
I'm Tonia, and we are joined by the amazing cast from Come From Away. Oh my goodness. So
we've got Amanda, Henderson and Sara Poyzer. Welcome.
Hi, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. We are ecstatic about being here. And no joke, we are so excited to meet you and to be in your presence and just to bask in the wonderful, wonderful atmosphere of Come From Away. It's just an amazing show. And I will say one of the best shows I have seen in a long time. No joke. Is that true?
Me too. Me too.
Honestly, no joke. So let's kick off with a few questions.
Well, first things first. I mean, a show about hospitality and warmth, you know, that you give to the audiences every night. So we're going to give it back to you. We've been to Tim Hortons because that's where everything starts and ends. So we've got some Timbits there. So help yourself if you want a Timbit.
Come on, you know you want a Timbit.
I absolutely love these. They're my favourites.
We do good each time.
Oh my goodness.
Look, we're just going to have a chat with you.
You're going to do it just as I put this in my mouth.
Yeah, we're just going to be like this, and you're going to just
We're going to get right into the spirit of the show. We're going to.
Oh my gosh, they are. Oh, they're so nice.
So it's all of the sounds, all of the sounds.
Everything starts and ends at Tim Hortons.
Yes.
There you go. Just
We
like,
would-
Cinnamon.
Just,
just like our podcast.
Yes, just like our podcast. I love the fact that was a line from the play. So this is a new musical. We love that.
Full mouth now.
So tell us a little bit about. So let's start with you, Amanda. Tell us a little bit about your character. It's Beulah, is it?
Beulah, she's an amalgamation of two wonderful women. One woman, Beulah, who ran the Legion, and one woman, Diane, who ran Gander Academy. And both women are absolute powerhouses, and they get it done. There's no fuss, nothing like that. We're like, yeah, okay, we've got to take 700 people in, not a problem, we'll take them in. Okay, we've got another 500 over it, not a problem, we'll take them in. Get everything organised, get everyone in and make sure everybody's fed, warm, watered, sleeping okay, all of that.
And of course, what you're talking to there, this event, for those who haven't seen the show or aren't so sure what it's about, is the events that happened in Newfoundland at 9/11. So it's set at that time, but not necessarily anything to sort of do with the event itself, but of what happened in this town, right?
Yes,
and all
absolutely.
this sort of friendliness and warmth and welcome that these people gave all these come from aways.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, there were 38 planes that got landed in Gander in Newfoundland, and all those people needed to be fed, watered, housed they didn't know for how long at this point. Until the airspace got opened again, they didn't have a clue as to how long. And it ended up being 5 days.
Wow.
Sometimes I question myself.
Yeah. Wow.
And one of those planes, of course, was led by Captain Beverley Bass.
Yeah.
Who we have with us in the form of Sara there.
Tell us.
I mean, to play her as well must just be...
Yeah, I spoke to her the other day on Zoom, which was really exciting. She's really formidable. And now we sort of take it for granted that women fly planes, but then it was she says it in her song. Yeah. There weren't women flying planes. There was still a bit of sexism around it. It was seen as a man's job. And this young girl who saw these planes flying she said, I said to my dad, I'm going to fly a plane. And she's 72. I hope she won't mind me saying that. And she's still flying today. She still flies planes today. Yeah, she's such an inspirational woman. Just powerful and kind and strong and great work ethic. It was such a pleasure to talk to her.
Yeah.
I think I came back a bit more Texan after I spoke to her. She's like, let me get your name right. How do you say your name? I was like,
So tell us a little bit about the role that you played. So tell us.
Well, I mean, I played two main parts. Lots of us do this. We play somebody who lives in Gander and somebody who come from away who comes to Gander. So I play Beverley, who, yes, like you say, she's on one of the planes that gets diverted to Gander. And there's a for me, one of the most heart-wrenching lines in the show. She says the thing that she loves more than anything became a bomb. And I think it was particularly personal, that element of it for her, because the tragedy was terrible for everybody, but for her, the idea that a plane flew into one of the Twin Towers. So yeah, it's a really emotional time for her. And then I also play somebody called Annette who lives in Gander, and she works alongside Beulah at the school. And she's a bit more fun, a bit more ditzy, not quite as grounded and sensible.
She's so
as
dreamy.
She's dreamy. She has a couple of moments with people who come there to visit. So yeah, we have a lot of fun switching jackets and waistcoats and putting. It's all, as you say, it's really fast paced. And 1 minute we're one person, 1 minute we're another person. So I think for the audience, there's no time to really kind of breathe. And I think that's part of the beauty of the show, because on the island, nobody had a time for a second for a breath for like 5-6 days. They were handing out prescriptions, they were cooking for everybody, they were taking care of them, they were giving them clothes, driving around. It was chaos, beautiful chaos for 6 days.
Yeah. Wow, so that energy that was really well thought about in terms of the energy and the pace of the the
that's why there's no interval. They were going to put, and there was originally the talk of an interval, and they said it broke up that sense of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this happened, and now they've gone. Where are we at? And I think we've really captured that energy. And the piece really captures that.
And you don't realise until halfway through, when you've just given a round of applause after everyone's screeched and kissed the fish, that there probably hasn't been applause until that point. And then, again, probably not till the end. There's hardly there's no break.
The same reason.
There's one small chance, but apparently I'm not allowed to give it. So I have to come in with my lamb very straight away.
Yeah, I know.
You can't milk it. You can't egg that.
We noticed that. We said that, didn't we? It was like in
no time
straight
for
away.
clapping. No time. It's on. Move on.
But that was brilliant though, because you felt that sense of urgency. Things are happening. It just felt like we were in the moment. Like I said, I absolutely loved it. You really took us on that journey, and we believed in every single person's story, and these are real stories, and that there's some power. That's the power of theatre. It's the power of theatre, isn't it? Gosh.
And this is theatre, I would say, in its purest form, isn't it? It's just storytelling. There's no, well, from out there, it looks like there's no gimmicks. I know that there's probably a lot going on back here, but actually,
not really.
Okay.
You're right. It's not lots of sets flying in.
No, we moved some chairs to be a plane. We moved some chairs to be a bar. We moved chairs to be a school, and it's as simple as it gets. We pull a few props out of a pocket, maybe, or we put a cardigan on to show with somebody else. But other than that, it is as stripped back as you can get something. And our main objective is to tell this story to every single person in that audience.
Wow. So tell us a little bit more about the techniques that you had to use, because, as you said, you might put a cardigan on, or a hat, swap a jacket, and move a chair. But it seemed like it was so slick. But there was a lot to do.
Well, we had a 4-week rehearsal period, and it was intense. It was on the first day they gave us a little notepad with a little pencil so you can write stuff down. Well, mine is almost full to the brim. And because what they need from us, we had the American creative team over, as well as the brilliant British team. What they needed more than anything is precision. Because if you're not precise, an audience member go, oh, what was that? So we have to go, here's the plane, like Amanda said, and now we're here, and now I'm somebody else, and now I'm going to speak the different accent. So precision was everything in rehearsals. And we grafted hard, didn't we?
Yeah, and every single chair has a number. Every single chair has different spikes on the floor, little marks on the floor that are all like different colour-coded for a different section of the show.
There's loads of
huge amount of spikes.
And in our little notebooks, we'd have like, you move chair 7 to number 4 spike, and then you move to number 6 stage left.
Past such and such to so-and-so, pick up hat, drop that.
And it's all about, you'll very rarely pick up your own prop.
Yeah.
That's
9
even
times out of
more
10 it
important
gets passed to you, which is all to do with the people of Gander just being like, you need that? Not a problem, I'll give it to you.
Interestingly, today, actually, in the matinee, 2 jackets got mixed up, but as a team of 12 actors on stage, there was a kind of shoo, 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 and we're back in the right jacket. And it was so slick. Wow. I realised that my jacket was in the wrong place, and actually in my head I went, it's not there, it's fine. And I knew that 11 actors behind me were aware of it, and suddenly my jacket was there for the scene. It was just beautiful, it was brilliant. It's because we've been so drilled, and the director said to us, for the first 3 weeks you won't feel like an actor. You're just going to be going, put that there, put that there. And then suddenly after that we started to then get involved in the character work. And it was a really brilliant rehearsal process.
Wow.
How do you learn the parts? Because you're playing 2 parts here. So do you learn the show sort of from top to bottom, or do you, when you're learning your lines and whatever, or do you learn Annette first, then Beverley? Or
I did it that way. I did Annette
did
first.
10-minute sections, though, didn't we? So for me, I mean, everybody learns very, very differently. But for me, it was a case of we knew kind of where we'd get up to in our rehearsal day. Yeah. We got told, right, we're going from page 1 to page 12.
Yeah.
And that's going to take us all day, which is fine. So I would learn everything I needed to learn from 1 to 12 pretty much the night before.
Yeah.
And then that night, I'd learn for the next day.
Yeah.
And then eventually it does sit in your memory, but...
So you learnt the show in order.
Yeah. But yeah.
I learnt the show in order, but when I did the line running, I would line run Annette, and then I would line run Beverley.
Yes.
So I would try and learn the arc of each character, but then I did exactly the same as Amanda. Kind of did like, and then every night we'd come home. I don't know about you. I'd eat. I'd watch a bit of TV. Then I'd go right. I'm going to spend an hour consolidating what we've just done, because if I don't consolidate this tomorrow, I'm going to. It was. Yeah. And at the end of week 3, they did. A few of us had a bit of a kind of.
I cried
how
a
am
lot.
I going to? There was a few tears from us all. How am I going to learn this? And then here we are.
I just remember sitting with our assistant director Kirsty and just saying, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this.
I remember,
and just going, I physically can't take any more. The information felt like it was coming out my eyeballs, out the top of my head. I said, I don't know how much more I can take in. She was like, trust me, everybody's going to be at this point in this week. Yeah. Next week, you'll be like, what was I crying for?
And now look, how do you feel now that you're actually on tour, sharing the stories, moving, and like you said, having your cast members having your back, having your jacket ready for you, and you're moving, and the pace. How do you feel?
I think one of the things that's astounded us all, and often every week we have a little moment, is the audience reaction. Yeah. I did a big musical before this, which had its own kind of loads of people used to get up and cheer, but this has floored me. Because with big sort of jukebox musicals, you expect a kind of medley at the end, a bit of a sing-song, and it's brilliant, and that was great. A show like this, which is like Amanda's, a simple strip back. In fact, was it last week we all went, whoa, because the reaction from the audience has just been immense. You can feel how they're feeling. It feels like a real two-way thing. It feels like we're telling the story, and I can feel the love coming back from the crowd.
And
it's
also,
amazing.
Even with that, we always say, we do get that from every audience, but yet every audience has been different. Yeah. Every venue has been different. Yes. And because we are, like, our direct addresses to the audience, we talk to the audience as directly to each seat as we can. That then changes how we are in every single venue, because sometimes they're so far up the top and you're like, hello.
So talking about that, you are going to be coming to Wolverhampton Grand.
Yes.
And I think someone has been to the Grand before.
Yes,
well, it's definitely not me, so it has to be you.
But you are coming. But yeah, you've been at the Grand.
Yeah, I
before.
did Mamma Mia there. Yeah, a couple of years ago. Yeah, it was great. I loved it. I had a great time.
It was great to have you.
And that is the show that people did. They get up and love it, and because they know the tunes. Yes. The thing about this show, people aren't going to know the tunes in this show. They're not going to know what's going on. But somebody said to me, you may not come out singing a well-known tune, but my God, you come out feeling so much joy and sort of restored faith in humanity. Yes. I think there's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world right now, and we need shows like this to say, do you know what? Actually, people are really good. Actually, when you get down to it, there's a lot of really beautiful, brilliant people. And to bring that story to Wolverhampton, I had a brilliant time there. I was there over the winter, so I'm hoping... When are we there? Oh, no, it's good.
November. Yeah, November. It's winter again.
I'll bring the same clothes.
Bring
I'll bring the scarf and the hat.
No.
Yeah, to bring this story to people there. And I know people in big cities are having a tough time, what with cuts and stuff. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, well.
But, this is a show to come and see. It is... got the biggest heart of any show I've ever done, I would say. Would you not say?
Yeah, everybody I know has walked out going, wow, I feel like I just want to go and do some good in the world.
Yes.
Am I good?
No matter how good a person you are, every time I see this show, I come out of it feeling like a better person or wanting to be a better person.
And I want to see the show about 1,000 times.
Because there's so much going on,
but also, I just want to bring all of my family to all of the shows. You just want everyone to know.
Well,
and
with there being 12 people on stage, you could watch the show 12 times
just watch that
and watch that one person.
We said that.
But then we've also got our super standbys, our 6 standbys who are amazing,
who learn 4 parts each.
4 parts.
I don't know how they
crazy.
do it. I cried doing one.
And
And
they're on
each
their
part
4th.
is 2 or 3
Yeah,
parts.
they're on their 4th part now. We're what, 4 months in?
Yeah,
They are
they're
incredible.
incredible.
amazing.
They're superheroes.
They are. They're
And so
amazing.
then you could watch it more times because you could watch them being on as well. And every single show is the same because it's so methodically done. However, you're going to focus on a different person here, different person here.
I think also there's a lot of love in the company, not just the people on stage, but the crew, the band, everybody who tours. There's like 40 odd of us, and it's a genuine, and I've said this before, but it's absolutely true. There is genuine love in this company. And
Yes.
somebody who came to see it last night said it's really clear that you're having a good time.
Yes.
And it's true. We really want to tell this story.
That band
It's
is
such
amazing.
They're just like,
They are
They're
they're just
incredible.
insane.
Yeah.
They're
You just
brilliant.
want
end.
them.
The end.
I'm
when
telling
they
you, I
come
was
out and
up.
have
I'm
their
telling
own
you,
Aren't they
moment.
great?
I was
They're amazing.
jigging.
Yeah.
You can't see my feet, but I was jigging.
Yeah,
Oh.
they are cool, aren't they? So
Yeah.
Yue, who plays the guitar, she's just like the coolest chick.
She's
And then she goes to the front with
awesome.
Ruth, who plays the fiddle, and they're just like,
Yeah,
the
the way
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Oh.
great. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Honestly, what a fantastic, feel-good, wholesome show. And we
Yeah.
just want everyone to know. I just kind of made that. Do you hear what that happened?
Good. It was good.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
It come from away.
Yeah, well, I feel, please have me. Where could I be? How could I fit in?
Yeah, we are come from a ways at the
we
minute,
come
but
from a
we need
ways.
to
Get you
be.
screeched in.
Yes, get us
Yes,
screeched in
screeched in.
by
It's
Wolverhampton.
gotta be
We'll
stuck in
kiss the
fish.
fish.
Yeah, we'll get.
I'll
Oh,
feed you some fish with cheese.
you.
You'll love it.
That's another thing actually to think about, because people say it's a musical about 9/11, and you see people going,
it is.
"Oh,
Yeah.
set in a remote island in the Atlantic." What? It's like, yes, those things are true. However, you will laugh a lot.
Yes.
Well,
It's true.
hopefully,
It's
yes.
funny.
It's
and
so
then, And then you
funny.
go, "Meh." It's like, get all your emotions out.
Yes.
Laugh, cry, feel all the love, feel like you want to be a better person.
It's just like you're an actor.
I mean, my God, she's like crying, she's laughing.
Wow.
She's so many things.
She's so many things.
But you're never one of those things for any length of time, because the minute that you've laughed, you're then crying.
Yeah,
but then
absolutely.
you can't wallow in that, because then you're laughing again.
Absolutely.
And it's such an intimate show. And we were just talking about Wolverhampton there. I think for our theatre, for Wolverhampton, this show is going to sit so beautifully.
You're right.
Because I think we're going to feel part of it.
It's a bit like that.
Anybody who
the
comes to
auditorium's
watch,
a bit
Yes,
hugs
it's like
it.
a hug.
Like
It
a
hugs
hug.
it. We always say our auditorium
it's like a
hugs
Wolverhampton
you.
hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are
And this is the
we
show.
are big huggers, by the
Wolverhampton.
way.
We are.
We're very big huggers.
That's good for me.
I hope you like a hug,
Yeah.
because when, at the press
It's
night, we'll be
probably,
like,
Wolverhampton is probably the Newfoundland of the UK. would you
So
say?
you heard it right
I
here.
like that.
You heard it right here. That's
Heard
it.
it right here.
right
So if
here.
you're going to see the show
right
anyway,
now.
Welcome to the Rock if you come from away.
You did okay.
it's very good.
I'm not going to attempt
Nobody
it.
can do Black Country, Bab. Nobody. I tell you, you've enrolled. You have come from away in Wolverhampton. We love you. We love you
We
both.
can't wait to come to
I'm
Wolves.
buzzing.
I am so buzzing. Honestly, this was the podcast I was so excited to do, to meet you and just to bask in the wonderful creativity that you're just a whirlwind of wonderful storytelling, and it makes me really proud to be part of the industry, really.
Yeah. It's
really
amazing,
good.
actually. The industry took such a battering during COVID. And what's dead clear to me is that people want to come to the theatre. They just want to come, whether it's this
absolutely.
show or another show. Theatres, thankfully, and I really like touring around the country. London's brilliant. When you bring a show to a city, it's
Yes.
like, we've come to see you. And I love that.
Yeah.
And people want to come. And you're right, to be part of this theatre community is dead special.
It is special.
Absolutely.
It is
Yeah.
very special. Do you have anything more that you want to?
No, I mean, we could sit and chat for hours.
We could
couldn't
chat
we?
for
We could.
hours.
We could.
Could be here all day.
All day, but you need to go and have some more little. Do you want another bit? Do you want another
Timbit?
timbit?
Yeah, I
The
will.
top
Go on,
bowling
have
is
another
like, yeah.
I thought you never
But
asked.
listen, you can.
Which one are you going for now?
What's that got on it?
Do you know what
got bits on it.
Yeah, you can
You're
have
going to get
bits
that
on it.
all over the stage
Have
now,
all the
aren't
bits.
you? Yes, I
all the,
am.
be careful, because we'll get in trouble.
Slip on that tonight.
Slip on a
Slip on
timbit.
them. If somebody slips, can you
on.
let us know?
Oh, no.
Is it?
This is the best podcast
Ah,
I can get it all
ever.
in one.
Yeah.
Go on.
3, 2.
I've got a very small mouth.
Go. Down it, Tim Hortons. You know what? We're going to put you on the spot here before you leave. And now you've got there, but keep eating and think. We want you to think about this. So this podcast is actually very new, yeah? And we have no jingle, yeah? We have no jingle. So look, Amanda's like,
What's the podcast called?
So it's called, you're
See,
on
she's on
it.
it,
You're
she's on
on
it.
it. So all you have to feature is the words SpotLight
and
and
Wolverhampton Grand
Theatre.
So
That's
it's
it.
the Wolverhampton Grand Theatre Spotlight podcast.
Yeah, so you can, in any order.
And it can be in the style of Come From Away. It can be in
Any
however
style.
you want to sort of do it.
Spotlight, Wolverhampton, Spotlight, Wolverhampton Grand.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm not even going to pretend.
You've got
You're
to
not going
top
to try.
that,
Well,
man.
That was good. Do it again. Do it exactly the same again
okay,
for me.
again, yeah.
Anyway.
And look, go on.
Spotlight, Wolverhampton, Spotlight, Wolverhampton Grand. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to join in with you this time.
Right, come on then.
5, 6, 7, and
Spotlight, Wolverhampton, Spotlight, Wolverhampton Grand. Yeah.
Ooh! I'm melting.
She's gone.
She's gone.
Leave her down there.
She's
From
absolutely off her face on sugar.
Yeah, I know.
The sugar's helped you. The
I've been
sugar.
moving those chairs a lot quicker tonight.
Maybe because of us, and I feel
At least
so
you're not actually
happy.
steering a plane tonight.
I never eat gluten or sugar. Now I do.
We better get one of those
I can't believe we've
standbys
done
prepared.
this.
Sonia.
Get the standbys ready. Get the standby. Standby. This.
It's
It's
been a joy.
been an absolute joy. It's a privilege. We love you. We've told you that about 1,000 times.
We
so
love
you
you
know,
too.
so
Love
you
you.
know, so you know.
We do.
And we cannot wait to see you at Wolverhampton Grand Theatre. Oh.
That went so well, guys.
It's because you never drummed. If you was drumming, it would have worked.
You ready?
Wolverhampton Grand Theatre. Do you see me looking at the mouth ready to...
What we say.
On that note.
On that note,
Thanks so much, everyone. And Come From Away is with us in November, so we can't wait. It's a perfect winter show. It's one
the
that you just sort of
perfect-
wrap up, get out of the cold, come and see.
You need to get your
Wolverhampton.
tickets. I cannot stress enough.
And where is it? It says Wolverhampton on the back, doesn't
Does
it?
it?
say
Does.
Wolverhampton?
Go on, turn your
Yeah,
turn.
there, I can see it. Oh, you pointed right at it
Did
straight
I?
away.
Yes. I am just a genius.
Yes,
Gosh.
you are.
Just don't understand. Like,
So
thank you.
we'll see you there. Book your
Get your
tickets.
merch. Come and see
We need
the
to take our
show.
pictures now, don't we?
Yeah. So we'll see you there. So thank you, everyone, for listening and watching along at home, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Bye.